Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel. I haven't done a video on Morels yet, and it's pretty well prime season here in West Virginia. So I'm out here in one of my spots looking for some Morels, and turkey season for me pretty much ended today, which I didn't go. My nephew didn't want to get out, and I've been turkey hunting all week, and I just felt like resting. So I stayed in, went to KOZ later on this morning, and decided to get out and look for some Morels, and I got lucky. I'm standing here looking at 3, so I'm going to pick these. And I was out with Sandra over the, let's see, what is today? Today's Saturday. We came out last night, or yesterday evening, and went to another spot and found, in 2 different spots, we found 11. So I was trying to find a few more to share with you guys and show you what they look like growing here in the mountains. And I got up here to this spot and what did I see? But I saw a turkey. But it's raining right now, and just decided to get out this evening and see if I could find a few Morels. And I'm gonna shut this video off, flip the camera around, and show you what they look like growing here, and then I'll put the video together for you. Didn't think I was going to find any. Got this little gray. There's a gray over there. I keep getting my fingers in. There's another one. So there you go, guys. That's the 3 that I showed you there, plus one more that I found. And this is just in this one little spot right here. So I'll show you a little bit. It's kind of a little area that I find them in here. Kind of brushy and green, and I'm not going to disclose too much, but because these spots are really hard to find. When you find them, you better keep them secret. But, we'll see what else we come up with. And if you guys can see this one or not. It's a really good one. Look how big it is. It is a nice one. You guys would be surprised where this one's at, but I ain't telling you. People, look at that. That's a good size one. Biggest I found yet. I'm gonna look some more, see what I find. Just found another one. See here if you guys can see it. It's hiding a little bit. What do you guys think about that? Sorry, the phone's a little shaky. Just found another one, and I don't know how many times I've walked by this one. I've been walking around in a circle here for a few minutes. It's another good one. Trying not to squash them. I got them in my pocket. Just take a knife. That way you leave the roots. It's a good one. Folks, I almost got back in the truck, and I actually just hit the jackpot. There's one. There's 2. I was like, I'm gonna make one more pass through here and see what I find. Daggone, that's awesome. And another one. And another one. I missed these earlier. Awesome. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that Morel hunt. That's the first video in a long time that I filmed with my cell phone. My good camera. It's been raining since I left the house, and I didn't want to take a chance on ruining my good camera. I did see a hen in the field up there where I was at, and I tried to film her, but my camera wouldn't focus. It was through a little hole in the brush, and I kept focusing on the brush instead of the hen. But she finally spotted me. I wasn't really trying to hide from her. I was wanting to look for morels. But found 4 in one spot, 5 in another. Probably walked about 3 miles today. But I done really good. I ended up hitting the 3rd spot, and just kept finding them. It was almost like they were multiplying. But good sized ones too. But I'm headed back home now, and I'm going to get out the frying pan and some Italian breadcrumbs and some egg, and we're going to fry some of these babies up. So hope you guys enjoyed it. It's just going to be a little short video, but showed you guys how to cut them off. Always leave your root, you know, in the bottom of the stem. Just cut them off and leave them there. Just that way they grow back. But there's no rhyme or rhythm to finding these things, to be honest with you. I've got spots that I found them, and I just go back and just, you know, I found 30, 40, 80. I found a bunch in the spots tonight that I found 3 or 4 or 5. And there's just nothing set on what you're going to find. You may not find any. Last year I had a horrible year. I didn't find any. But this year it's been pretty good. I'm pretty tickled with the night. We'll see you guys in the kitchen. Thanks for tagging along with us. Well guys, I'm back here at the house, and I laid them all out here, and I got 24 morels out of all that picking I did this evening. But what I wanted to show you guys was when you cut these things in half, this is what you get. You'll get a perfect, basically a perfect half of a morel, and see it's hollow. The whole thing is hollow inside. It's all one piece. The cap isn't separate. See if I cut a bigger one here. And they crumble a little bit. You lose a little bit of. Here's a good one. You can see how it looks inside. It's just hollow. A false morel actually has stuff inside of it. It's kind of like a cottony looking, fibrous looking stuff. I've read about it, but honestly I've never found a false morel. I found a half free. These are the batch I found last night. It's a little soggy. You can't really tell. Okay, here's one. You can see the cap's kind of made on to the stem. I used to think you couldn't eat those, but after doing a little research, I've come to the realization that I can. So you can see it's hollow. All that would be full of stuff. If I'm gonna fry those up. These I'm gonna just let them soak. Pretty much doubles your amount. That's a good eating size right there. It's really good, perfect size. Then after I cut them up, I put them in a bowl and rinse them real good, because they got dirt and bugs and they break up a little bit and get a little crumbly. Then I let them soak in water for a little bit. Some people say not to soak them in salt water because it makes them mushy, but I really don't pay much attention to it. So I use Italian breadcrumbs. Put a little Tony Chachere's Creole in there, that gives it a little kick.
olive oil. And then I crack a couple eggs, which I'm not very good at. There we go. Just beat your eggs up. Get your thing of breadcrumbs. Put you some olive oil in there. Dip your morels in the egg batter. Get them all coated real good. Drop them in. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good size one there. That one's going to be like a burst of heaven. Well, folks, this is what we got. Deep fried morels. Just like I remembered it from last year. Man, those things are good. That's a good size one right there. You don't have to fry them very long. Just coat them real good. Put them in there when they get dark on one side, flip them to the other. Some of Mother Nature's bounty. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I'm eating dinner. Later.